Our very first guest is in studio. Like I said, this is a young man who has done amazing things with his life. And it makes you think, Mikali at 23, what were you doing? He's authored 2 books. I'm talking about Joseph Moore. And if you're if you're into makeup, you will have to struggle saying that word. You're tempted to say MUA. Joseph, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure having you here. I mean, I'm looking forward to this conversation because, like I said a couple of times, at 23, you are set in the system. You are in the system that life tumepatiwa. Ukiwa mdogo unaambiwa soma, fanya kazi, and you have to complete. And sometimes you're doing something that probably is not what you want to do.
Perfect.
But at what point did you discover that, I have a different path to follow? And this is it. And yeah, social norms, societal expectations, do say.
Well, the thing is, when I got to campus the first year, there was something I really had in mind. And one thing about me is every time, like I'm looking at you right now, every time I look at someone, I just don't see them.
You don't?
I see something bigger in them. I see a legend inside them. And I was like, man, the only thing I want to do in my life is to try as much as possible to motivate the legend out of every single person I met. And
what were you going to study, Joseph?
Oh, I went to study for computer science.
Computer
yeah,
science.
That's the degree I was doing.
Yeah.
And I'm still doing.
You're still doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. But then you decided, you know what, it's fine, I can still do this and still pursue the thing that is burning within me.
Absolutely.
And that is bringing out the legend in people.
The legend in people.
And how did you even think, you would do it? What was the procedure in your head? Because, I can see legend right there.
Yeah.
How do I make Mikali see that there's that legend in her and she can find a way to, let it fly?
Well, the only thing I understand about unleashing the legend within you is that it feeds on one thing, and that is knowledge, insight, and motivation at the same time. Those 3 things are very key at bringing out that legend within you. See, the only difference between someone who is really successful and someone who's unsuccessful, because when it comes to the legend, it means that legend has to propel you to a position where you is going to be successful. Okay. So the only difference between someone who's successful and unsuccessful is knowledge. It's what they know. It's the motivation that they have to be a go-getter. Okay. To go and get whatever it is that they really want to get in life.
Interesting. I'm just sitting here wondering, Joseph, what kind of kid you were. Were you always... in primary school, there were those kids who were always like the teacher's pet. They always had the right answers. Ama akembiwa answer like, I know there's a better way to handle this. We don't really have to do this. Yeah. Why are you beating me? You can actually talk to me, teacher, and I will understand what you're saying. Were you that kind of kid?
Well, I was actually a different kid. I was, what's the perfect word to use? I was calm.
Okay.
Upbeat, back in the seats. I really wasn't the kind of person you would put in a limelight, or you'd say, that is the kind of kid that will have all the answers.
No.
Yeah. So, but I think that period, I was trying, or I was getting into it. I was building myself because I was really a fearful kid. I could not be able to stand in front of people.
Shy.
Yeah, absolutely shy.
Look at you now.
Yeah.
I'm seeing all these cameras in here. And the world watching.
And the world watching.
And the world watching, yeah.
Yeah, but it came to a point I was like, no, this fear, they say the place where your greatest fear is probably where your greatest opportunity is.
That's true.
So that fear, that shyness I used to have, I used to sweat a lot. I mean, like anytime the teacher would point at me, like, Joseph, you know what? What is the answer to this? Well, I would be like, oh my God, now this is it. Sweating all over.
You're not even able to speak at that point.
Not a single word. But then I realized, you know what? This fear, there's something bigger hiding behind it. Okay. So why not bring it out and make a legend out of it?
Oh, wow.
So that's why you're telling me I'm not like freaking out or I look as calm as I am. That's because I realized the place where your greatest fear is also the place where your greatest opportunity is. Okay. So I seized the opportunity.
And you fly with it.
And I flew with it.
Okay. And so you've joined university first year and you decide that this is the path that I will take. I, Joseph Moore, will seek out to help people. Did you start with your friends? How did it even begin? Because you're on TV now, and you didn't just wake up, because you had to do a few things here. Someone had to notice, somebody else had to notice, then many people had to notice, and then Carol, my producer.
Perfect. You see, the thing is, when you have a desire, you'll always find a way to make that desire happen.
Okay.
And I had to find a way no matter what. I can tell you, I had a pretty much of a challenge when I joined USIU. Because, well, I'm not the kind of person that went to school in those, Ivy League high schools, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so for most part of my high school, we never even used to speak English. Yeah. We just spoke Swahili and the local mother tongue.
Yes.
But then I knew I had to push forward for this agenda I had.
You need to put.
So I began small. And I remember, by the way, if you can check my YouTube channel, I don't want you guys to air that, but the first video I posted on my YouTube, I was actually looking at it right yesterday. I was like, oh my God, I wonder, was this me, really? But then I knew it had to start,
Yeah.
So I started small. I just picked up my phone and I was like, yo guys, do you know you can be the greatest? I don't know, you can be the greatest, you can do this and that, you can be the best person you've ever wished to be.
Okay.
And that's it. And I was like, I ain't gonna edit this. I'm going to send it.
Raw,
just like that. I don't care about anything. And I posted it on YouTube and began sending it to my friends. Like, guys, subscribe to my YouTube. Check this out, check this out. And the next thing you know those friends who come to make a joke out of you.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I saw you motivating people. And you can always see this one is trying to make a joke out of you.
Yeah, you can always see.
You can always see this
Had you
person
started
is
having these
ridiculous.
conversations with your friends around you, Ama, walikoda tu YouTube wako,
Oh my God.
did you guys see Joseph? So they discuss first before they come tell you. They have a discussion.
They have.
Miliona Joseph. Wow.
That guy is trying. Yeah, and I remember there was this time I used to do. I had to find every means possible to make sure I motivate and make this a thing.
Yeah.
To start a point of something. So I used to go on WhatsApp. I created a group from my local home. My friends, I mobilized them and we created a group, a WhatsApp group. So I would go like, press the voice note. Guys, by the way, never doubt yourself. You can be the greatest you can ever be. You have a legend within you. And then I used to send it. But I never used to do it like I just did. It was something more of a...
But still, you changed
I mean?
life. Maybe that day somebody was just having a bad day. And they listened to you and they were like, you know what, it's okay.
Exactly.
Now, it's not all bad.
Yeah, the few people who had the genuine comment, I really took that in. And I never stopped. Till now. I still do it.
Goodness.
And every day, as I see it, is a day of improvement.
Yes.
The person I was yesterday ain't the same person I am today.
But it was intentional.
It was intentional.
Every step of the way, you wanted to be better.
I really wanted to be better.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Joseph Moore. I am struggling with Moore because it sounds like makeup artist. That's
more like
Joseph Moore in the building, 23-year-old. He is an author of 2 books. We're taking a very short commercial break and we will be focusing on that when we come back. But if you have any questions whatsoever for him, if you're struggling with anything and you need any kind of help, just a little motivation to just push you a little bit farther, you can text us 111 444 111. It's just a shilling when you do that. And you can find us on social media, Switch TV Kenya, Facebook, Switch TV KE, on Instagram. This is Full Circle with Makali. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. This is Full Circle with Mikali, and I am talking to the one, the only Joseph Moore, 23 years old. He has authored 2 books. He's a vlogger and a motivational speaker. And just talking about the books, this has a very interesting topic because heading rather, because it's majorly what we are going to be talking about during this second bit of the show. Insights I wish they had taught me in school. I hope you can see it from there. 50 of them that he wishes. My God, do your teachers see this?
They love it.
They love it?
They love it.
Okay,
absolutely.
Okay. Let's just give us an insight into what this book is about, Joseph.
Well, that book, as I said before, the thing I told you about me having the passion to bring out the legend within every single person I meet. I figured, as I said, knowledge is the key, and you have to find every possible way to bring out that knowledge you have to your audience, to your people. So this book, 50 Insights I Wish You Had Taught Me in School, it entails the unconventional things you never get taught in school. Okay. Yeah, school is very important and everyone should go to school. But at the same time, the same teachers, they would agree to the fact that there are things which they don't really pay much attention to. So who's going to bridge that gap for these kids? Yeah. Who's going to give them that analogy and tell them, you know what, when it comes to the world of unconventionality, if you want to push for your talent, what do you need to do? Who's going to talk about them, about relentlessness to them? Who's going to talk about the pain that you undergo, the process you have to go through when you're getting yourself to the top of your talent, to the top of your skill and uniqueness? So those things, they are right here in this book. I had to put them down for these people to read.
Were they personal to you? Because, well, you say you wish. Is it something that you realize at that point or later in life you're like, I wish somebody taught me this?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, like, these are the things that I had to learn the hard way.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the things I had to learn the hard way. I had to find a way to find my talent. I had to find a way to really get myself started on my talent.
Okay.
I had to find a way to sell myself to the world. I had to find everything. Those things are right here. They're personal to me, the things that have made me the person I am, the things that have made me to be right here, seated at this position at this particular moment, talking to you and the people.
So that you call them Nugget 1 all the way to Nugget 50, right?
Yep.
Maybe you can pick on some of the things, because I'm sure we're not able to go through all of them.
Yeah.
But maybe some of the things that most people probably go through, or majorly we are not told about.
Yeah. Well, for one thing, we're not taught about one thing, Pareto efficiency. Is there any part of your education that you've ever heard of that term, Pareto efficiency?
Never.
I mean,
if
like,
anything, it's not the time of your life to be ever talked to about being a parent.
You see, the thing is, Pareto efficiency, more like if you're seated with someone, you should benefit from them as they are benefiting from you. Yeah, I don't know whether you've heard of this quote. If you're seated in a room and in 30 seconds you do not know who the sucker in the room is, you are the sucker in the room. Yeah, I mean, like, people are picking up on you. They're taking the valuables which you have to offer. But what about you? What are you taking from the other person? Most people, they just flow through life. And I'm sorry to say this because it's the truth, you know. Most people just flow through life without really having to consider every single person you meet. It's an opportunity. Every single person you meet, it's an opportunity. So why don't you find a way to take something from them?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that I wish someone taught me.
That is, I see that is Nugget 14.
Oh, yeah, Nugget 14.
Nugget 14 here. Never live in a prison of your own creation.
Never live in a prison of your own creation. You see, some people, when they see something and they know for sure that they want to do this and that, they go like, you know what? I think it's impossible. I think I can't do it.
Yeah.
I think for me at this particular moment, the person I am, it's not possible to really rise up from the ashes I'm in. So they create that prison in their mind and they get stuck in there for the rest of their life. They don't actually think they can be able to rise up and change their life. So when you step out of your prison, your mental prison, you begin to see everything different. You begin to see life in a different perspective, in a different way, and everything begins to take a toll for the better. Yeah. So
with this space that you've created, and I love this, I love that, and then the way the font is amazing. Like, you can go through this book easily. You don't struggle. You don't struggle.
You don't struggle.
When you talk about, you know, schooling versus education, would you say that which one is better, before I give my opinion on that? Which one for you, Ama, is better than the other, or just like, I'm just going to be here highlighting, you guys choose what is better for you?
Well, I think there's a difference between schooling and education.
Yes.
Well, schooling is just going through school, the normal levels, graduate, get out there, get a job.
That's the system.
Schooling.
Yeah.
But education is really, actually, I was reading a book by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
And he says, the real definition of education, an educated man is someone who knows deep within themselves every way they can possibly be able to gain any knowledge they need when they need it. And he gives an example of someone like Henry Ford. You know about the Ford Rangers and these cars, everywhere. So when he started his automobile, people used to really lash at him. I mean, like, you are an an ignorant pacifist. Yeah, that's what they published in those magazines. And then there was this time that they had to call him and say, you know what, prove to us that you're not ignorant. Prove to us that you're really capable of running this automobile industry. And they had to put him on a stand and ask him all sorts of questions. I mean, and then there was this particular guy, a lawyer, was asking him, hey, tell me, when was the World War this and this and that? And then the guy was like, okay, stop it at that point. Before you ask me, tell me any reason why I should be answering your questions. Yeah, because in my lifetime, in my office desk, I have all these buttons before me. And I know which button to press when I need a specific knowledge about something. So I don't need to struggle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it talks about that, building that team of people that give you every piece of knowledge when you need it. Now, that is an educated man.
Okay.
Someone who knows where to get knowledge when they need it and how to really channel it into a specific spectrum. So that now you launch it towards a definite end goal.
Oh, wow.
Now, that's education.
Yes.
And education does not have a saturation point. There's never going to be a day when you're going to say, you know what, I think right now I'm educated.
Enough.
I've had enough.
I'm done getting educated.
I'm done. And it's the major problem. The average person doesn't read a book for 3 years after they graduate. If that is not the biggest tragedy we have, then I don't know what is. Because education is lifelong. Every day should be a day of learning. Every day you should go to bed wiser than you woke up. And I don't know any other better source of knowledge than books. You see what? Rich people, people are really successful. They do have a home library.
Yes, they do.
But look at the people who are really struggling. They don't
read.
They don't even care about books or buying anything. You just pass by a library and just go.
That's the schooling bit of it.
That's the schooling bit of it. The schooling bit of it.
I'm checking your feedback on Facebook. That is Switch TV Kenya. And Kipngeno Jeff says, schooling is the physical appearance in school, while education is the acquisition of the basic knowledge. I think it goes more than basic later on in life. Eman James says, and it is clear they go there most... Is it continuing from somewhere else? Let me just start from here. University colleges were designed for people with money and connections, aka upper middle class. Education was on the other side. Since graduates had job prospects assured based on their backgrounds, nowadays with loans so readily available, everyone jumps on the bandwagon of the college experience, which doesn't really amount to much as far as education goes and does not lead to a well-paying job if you're not well connected. So all college grads end up with this mediocre education and entry-level job, if they're lucky, and tons of money to pay back over the rest of their lives. Sounds like a scam to me. And it is clear they go there, most learn nothing about real life, and come out utterly unprepared to contribute to society other than as earners and consumers of more. Wow.
That's the truth, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone out there knows about it. Yeah. Every single person you meet in the streets will tell you it's the truth. It's out there, but people try to run away from it. Yeah. And well, the best thing we can do is not tell everyone not to go to school, but the best thing we can do is encourage and push for knowledge, because it's the only solution we
There's
have.
So much more than just schooling. Eric Munyari says education ni kusoma. Na schooling ni kumaliza shule. Yani you just went there to pass time and keep others company. Goddess Nico Carriage says education is the best way. Winnie says, hello Mikali, tuned in from 022. Lakini, education is the key. I am live from Mabole Butere Massive. And I think most people are going with what you're saying this morning, that education. Macy Traventon says, good morning Mikali, book smart. I'm a street smart. Bora ni kusoma. Na mtu a contribute to society. Okay. There's nugget number 3 that I'm interested in.
Okay.
Is your name worth a damn? Why you are the next multi-billion-dollar brand?
Yeah, one thing I really should point out is that your mom didn't give birth to no loser, you know?
That's true.
Yeah, you're not a loser. So why would you let that name that she gave you be associated with being a loser? So your name should be something worth it. When I say worth a damn, it's something which should be like, when people hear your name, when they hear Mwikali, they say, God damn, that's the goal. I mean, that's exactly how your name, you should build your name to be.
Yes.
And the way you do it is by pursuing your uniqueness. Because, well, there's not many Mwikalis in this world. There are Mwikalis, but there's no you Mwikali.
There is
any
no
other
me,
person.
definitely
Yeah,
no me.
there's no
That's
you.
true.
So
That's
you should pursue your uniqueness.
Yeah.
Your skills, your talent, anything about you, pursue it and make it worth, because it's worth a damn. Right now, you hear the name Elon Musk. What do you think about?
Ooh,
a billionaire, right?
Yes.
When you hear someone like Mark Zuckerberg, yeah, a billionaire. People like Henry Ford.
It needs no introduction.
It needs no introduction.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that we should all aim at. If you hear the name Joseph Moore, it shouldn't need no introduction.
Yes.
It should introduce itself automatically.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm being told our time is up, so I'm just going to read feedback pretty fast and then tuendele tumalizie. Morning Mikali, boy child wanamka kabisa. That guy is very brave. We need more like him in society, looking things differently. Thumbs up, bro. Hi Mikali, I'm Carol from Carol Womboy from Meru. Please ask Joseph Moore if I can get that book around Meru. And that brings me to, how can people get this 50 insights they wish they were taught in school?
Well, it's pretty simple. My Facebook page is Joseph Moore Official. You can order a copy via that. There's every means possible for you to be able to get your copy delivered and at the cheapest of price. And I guarantee you, this one is going to change your mindset. This is going to transform your life for the better.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much is it going for?
It's going for a 500 bob.
Okay.
One copy.
One copy, 500 bob. Great.
Absolutely.
Do you want to just mention quickly the second book that is probably, I don't think you haven't published it yet. It's already, you've published it.
Yeah, I have.
On Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. So if you need a copy, you order on Amazon.
Okay.
It's A Legend's Mindset. A Legend's Mindset.
I think we need to have you back in studios for us to talk about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And did you give us your social media handles? Just Joseph Moore everywhere?
Yeah. Joseph Moore Official on Facebook. Joseph Moore #1 on Instagram.
Okay.
Yep. And Joseph Moore Talks on YouTube.
That was the most important one. Thank you so much for coming through and keep on keeping on. And yeah, grab yourself a book, guys. 50 insights I wish they had taught me in school, and learn something. We get to learn every day. You can't say that to Motosheka Kusoma. We get to be educated every single day like we do on this show. Every day is an opportunity for you to learn. We're taking a very short commercial break. We will be right back. This is Full Circle with Mikali.